Hi, Scott here. I am a vocal introvert. One of the things I wanted to do is take things a little bit outside and kind of show things, mix things up, I guess, a bit. You can take a look from outside here. We've had a fair bit of snow here in the last 24 hours, about a foot to be precise, so 30 centimeters for those who know the real measuring systems. But the reason I wanted to kind of show this outside was to sort of highlight a point that happened last night. So it's a Tuesday before Christmas is what I'm talking about. Today's a Wednesday before Christmas. And a friend of mine is decided he wanted to be a stand-up comedian. Now there's really no money in it, and he's happy. He's fine with that. He's at the point in his life where he doesn't really need to worry so much about that. But what happened is I hadn't seen him yet, and the Tuesday before Christmas, in the middle of a blizzarding snowstorm that's dumping huge amounts of snow in the city, I decided to go see him at a comedy club. Now, maybe 24 people showed up for this comedy show. He had a 10-minute spot, which can seem like an eternity at the best of times. And the crowd wasn't overly receptive to any of the comedians. So here it is, this guy who's just starting out as a comedian has content that he knows is funny because he's had other people laugh at it. And he's up there on the stage in what can only be described as a Gestapo-like spotlight blazing in on him. And his jokes are dying. Now, 10 minutes must have felt like an eternity to him. But you know what? He stayed up there and he persevered and he got through it. Now, his stuff was funny, and I was thinking about how he's comfortable with not having people laugh all the time. Yeah, you know what? He was pretty ticked off that that was my first time out to see him and things didn't happen that good. But it dawned on me that he really is the 1% of the people who think that they are funny. You get a lot of people say, oh yeah, I tell good jokes, everyone laughs and says, oh, you're so funny. But to get up on stage and expose yourself like that for 5 minutes, or in Fred's case last night, 10 minutes, and just die, but stay up there and still work through your routine, not get flustered, is amazing. And it got me thinking about sort of what are the niche areas that I have in my life, where I'm that 1%, where I'm unique, where I have the perseverance. And it dawned on me that introversion is part of that. 2/3 of the people, they say, are extroverts, so 1/3 are introverts. So already you have a little bit of a niche because introverts are in the minority. And so then what you do is you say, okay, how can I as an introvert add value? Where can I really, really work my magic? So I'm going to be thinking about that over the next little while as to how it is that me being an introvert is a good thing, and where I can really use that to my advantage, where I can become maybe that 1%. A friend of mine is talking about, he's a business coach, and he talks about the blue ocean versus red ocean when it comes to finding your little niche. And that's something that I'm going to be working on as I sort of discover a little bit more about what Amir talks about with the blue ocean, red ocean. But think about what it is that you do. Think about what your niche areas are, your talent, your things where you can stand up there and in the spotlight and still feel comfortable doing what you're doing, and where you can add value. Now, be it to your work or to your social circles, wherever, even just with yourself. But it's just that confidence of being able to stand up there in that blazing spotlight and know that you can do what you need to do. Because as introverts, we have that. And we have a unique way of seeing the world and seeing problems that extroverts just can't. So think about that. I know I'm going to think about it. And we'll talk to you here in the next little while.